The Football Association celebrates its 150th anniversary this year, and we continue to commemorate that landmark with our FA Cup Greatest 11, as we introduce the first of our strike partnership. In 1983, aged just 18 years 19 days, Norman Whiteside became the final's youngest ever scorer during Manchester United's 4-0 replay win over Brighton. Stan Mortenson's treble for Blackpool in '53 remains the only hat-trick scored in the final. Nat Lofthouse was on target for Bolton that afternoon and scored another 2 in '58 to join other legends such as Newcastle's Jackie Milburn in a select group of players to have scored 3 or more in the showpiece occasion. But with an unrivalled 5 strikes in the final, as well as the post-war record of 44 career FA Cup goals, Ian Rush is the competition's most prolific scorer.
For me, as a kid, you dreamed about scoring the winning goal in the FA Cup final. I think on a Saturday morning, you wake up and they'd be on at night, they'd be on television at 9 o'clock in the morning and go straight through, and you'd watch the game, and after the game you'd go out pretending you were that person who scored the winning goal in the FA Cup.
In 1986, that dream became a reality for Rush during the first FA Cup final contested between Merseyside rivals Everton and Liverpool.
We just won the league, just pipped Everton to win the league, and again to play them in the FA Cup final was unbelievable. I loved it. I think the adrenaline was flowing when we walked out the tunnel, the both sets of the supporters in there, willing their team on. Words cannot describe the feeling then. I think that's completely different to anything you ever get in the world.
A double from Rush helped Liverpool come from behind to beat their neighbours 3-1. But was it a bittersweet victory for the boyhood Everton fan?
Basically, I did support Everton, and when I played for Chester, Everton did come and watch me, and I think Gordon Lee was the manager then, and the impression I got from people was that he didn't think I was good enough at that time. And lucky enough for me, Bob Paisley signed me, 2 or 3 months later. Then I was more determined than ever, if anything, to prove Everton, I was good enough to play for them, and so I had an extra incentive, really.
3 years later, the sides met again in the final, where despite starting on the bench, Rush grabbed another brace in a 3-2 win over their fierce rivals.
When you play for Liverpool, when you play in a derby, you realise that nothing is better than beating Everton. I was lucky enough to play in a good side for Liverpool to get the chances to score against Everton.
Rush didn't score en route to the final in 1992, but his strike in their 2-0 win over Sunderland saw the Welshman enter the record books as the only player to have scored 5 FA Cup final goals.
Against Sunderland, it was again something special again, because I knew that if I scored a goal, it would be another record for me, and it was fantastic.
4 years on, Liverpool headed to Wembley to face bitter enemies Manchester United, but it would be their now infamous attire that caused a stir upon arrival.
At the time, it was most probably great, but when you look back to it now, I think that's one final where everyone's going to remember Liverpool for the cup final suits rather than the performance on the pitch. I've still got mine, and again, I still wear it really. No, I don't, but no, I think it's one of them where, no, I haven't got it, but it's one of them soon which even my son keeps reminding me, Dad, please tell me you still haven't got that suit.
Rush's substitute appearance in the final would be his last for the club, but he was unable to emulate '89's impact from the bench. Eric Cantona inspired United to a 1-0 win, and although Rush finished his Liverpool career with a runners-up medal, his goal-scoring legacy endures.
To score FA Cup goals, really, I hold the record there, and to score 5 in the finals, it's for me, it's always there. Records are there to be broken. But and being selfish again, I just a long time before anyone breaks my record.